paper crafters and soon-to-be paper crafters. We're going to make a torn paper window card. I'd like to call this something old and something new because we're going to be using some things that are retiring soon and some brand new products. We are going to use, the first one is the something old. We're going to be using today the Happy and Heartfelt stamp set that's just about to retire, but I just love this font. And it coordinates beautifully with, this is our Symbols of Fortune designer series paper that is beautiful gold and silver on one side, very Asian inspired, I would say. Oh, there's some of those beautiful cranes, paper cranes. And on the other side are some not foiled pieces, but beautiful. And this technique works really well with something that might have a scene in it or a bunch of flowers. So we're going to use this piece. This one has the little cranes flying, and we're going to kind of spotlight this scene. Oh, here are the pieces you're going to need. You'll need a white card base. So I have a thick white, basic white card base that's just 8.5 by 5.5 and scored in the middle. So there's your beginning. I'm going to put this aside. Then you have 3 pieces of paper. We need a piece of black cardstock, 4 inches by 5.25 inches, piece of this pretty designer series paper that's 3.5 by 5.5 inches, and then a piece of white that is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. The first thing we're going to do is layer this black. This black is going to be the first layer. It is sad to cover up this gorgeous gold, but it's okay because this is such a cute card. It is worth it. We'll put this piece right across the middle. And this is actually, this particular version of this card, which has been going around, was inspired by demonstrator Elisa Tilsner, I believe. And it was such a cute version that I wanted to show this one and another one to you today. So I want to spotlight this guy right here. So I'm going to kind of just measure, and I'm going to rip my paper about like that. I think that's about right. We did this in kindergarten, right? So you can do that. And then I'm going to take off most of this piece of paper, but about halfway, and we're going to just take this and roll it. Now, we took off most of that bulk because we don't want to have have to pay too much extra postage. But if you have to, this is worth it. And I'm going to show you a variation where it's more flat. So we'll just take this. I took a little piece of tear and tape or whatever kind of adhesive that will be really good to hold on to your rolled paper. Kind of squish it flat a little bit so it looks like that. Then we're going to stamp, before we put this on, with our Happy and Heartfelt stamp set. This one says, congratulations. As long as it's bumpy, we might as well add some more embellishments. And then you can add, I'll put that right in the middle of the black so that it just kind of showcases that peekaboo. We're going to add some opal rounds. These are just pretty and sparkly. Let me see if I can get them out so you can kind of see the iridescence of those opal rounds. You can use take your pick tool, or in my case, I love the sharp end of my paper snips. Okay, there you go. We've got some beautiful, isn't that just pretty? This time, this is the something new. We did something old and now it's something new. We're going to use our Hues of Happiness designer series paper. And if you don't buy any designer series paper from the catalog, except for one, let it be this one. Let it be this beautiful, gorgeous, rainbow colored inspired paper. So you get 2 sheets of each, and they're double-sided. So here's the front side and the back side. You can see that. This time I'm using Gorgeous Grape card base already done, and I already put a piece of paper to write on the inside. And then a 3 3/4 inch piece of white by 5 inches, and a 3 by 3.5 piece of that Gorgeous Designer Series paper. And just adhere it wherever you would like on the front of your, I'm going to do it about right there, I think. I want to make sure that it lines up with this, which is a little bit smaller, so I'm just making sure that that one side, on my left side, it lines up. Okay. Then we'll take this one and do the same thing once again. Make sure that you don't rip it above where you've got it layered underneath your card. Okay, so I've just rolled it, adhered it, making sure that it's kind of flat. We're going to stamp our greeting. Adhere it to your card. Kind of fun. We'll add a little bit of embellishments. Again, this is the bumpy version. Stay tuned for just a second. We're almost there. This time I'm using my pastel pearls, which are kind of those colors. Oh, so pretty. Here's another version, and this one I just ripped off that whole piece of cardstock that I ripped off, just ripped it off and then covered it up with this flower. And you don't even have to fussy cut these flowers, because with the Hues of Happiness bundle, look, they have the dies that will fit onto the paper and cut it out, including these little leaves here. But when you're cutting this out so you can run it through your cut and emboss machine, you'll just want to make sure that you cut around both of your flowers and the leaves, so that you can get all of those leaves that you want to die cut. And then if you have extras, I just cut out a bunch, you can put them into a little cellophane bag and store them inside with your stamp set, so you're ready to go. So just store those inside, pull them out when you need a card, and here's that version. And I even used some of our flat brass butterflies embellishment that give it just a little bit of sparkle, twinkle. So this one is a little bit of a more mailable version. This one would be wonderful just to drop inside a gift bag. And then of course we have this one using the Symbols of Fortune paper that is on sale right now while supplies last, until it's gone. So make sure you jump on before those things retire. And this Happy and Heartfelt stamp set, if you love this font and all of it has everything from Father's Day to Mother's Day, love, awesome, lucky me, baby, birthday, you have to celebrate this. So all of those are also in that one that's just about to retire. If you love a good sentiment stamp set, there you go.